Have you ever noticed that your mind never seems to stop talking? Even in moments of silence, there's a voice constantly judging, worrying, comparing, and replaying the past. One moment it tells you you're not good enough. The next, it convinces you to fear a future that hasn't even happened. After listening to that voice for so many years, you begin to believe one dangerous lie, that you are your thoughts. But what if that's not true? What if the anxious voice in your mind isn't your true self? What if the thoughts that keep you awake at night, filling you with fear and self-doubt, are simply passing clouds, while the real you is the clear sky behind them? Thousands of years ago, Lao Tzu understood something that modern psychology is only beginning to explain. He believed that suffering begins when we become attached to our thoughts. Instead of observing them, we become them. We mistake fear for truth, worry for wisdom, and self-criticism for reality. Today, we'll explore why your thoughts are not your identity, and how Taoist wisdom can help you find a deeper peace that exists beyond the endless noise of the mind. From the moment we wake up, our minds begin creating stories. We worry about what people think of us. We replay yesterday's mistakes. We imagine problems that may never happen. Slowly, these thoughts become so familiar that we stop questioning them. We simply accept every thought as reality. But just because your mind says something doesn't mean it's true. Imagine standing beside a river. Leaves float across the surface, carried away by the current. You notice each leaf, but you don't jump into the water to chase it. Thoughts are much the same. They appear, drift through your mind, and disappear. The problem begins when you grab onto every thought and carry it with you. One negative idea becomes an hour of worry. One painful memory becomes years of suffering. Lao Tzu often looked to nature for wisdom. The sky never fights the passing clouds. The ocean doesn't hold onto every wave that reaches its shore. Everything in nature allows movement. Only human beings try to hold onto every passing thought, believing it defines who they are. The truth is, you are not the voice in your head. You are the awareness listening to that voice. The moment you realize this, something remarkable begins to happen. Your thoughts lose their power. Fear becomes easier to observe. Anxiety no longer controls every decision. And for the first time, you discover a quiet space within yourself that has always been there. Perhaps your greatest prison isn't the world around you. It's believing every thought your mind tells you. And perhaps true freedom begins the moment you realize that your thoughts are visitors, not your identity. Imagine sitting beside a peaceful lake on a windy day. The surface of the water is constantly moving. Waves appear, disappear, and overlap one another. In that moment, the lake cannot clearly reflect the sky. But as the wind slowly fades, the water becomes still. Suddenly, the mountains, the clouds, and the stars appear perfectly in its reflection. Lao Tzu believed the human mind works in exactly the same way. It isn't the thoughts themselves that create suffering. It's the constant attachment to them that keeps the mind restless. There is an ancient story about a young student who asked his master, "How do I stop my negative thoughts?" The master smiled and pointed toward the sky. "Can you stop the clouds from passing?" The student replied, "No." The master then asked, "Then why do you believe you must stop your thoughts?" "Your job is not to control the sky. Your job is simply to remember that you are the sky, not the clouds." Many of us spend our lives arguing with our own minds. We fight every fearful thought. We try to eliminate every worry. We judge ourselves for feeling anxious or sad. But the harder we fight our thoughts, the stronger they often become. It's like trying to calm muddy water by stirring it even faster. The only thing the water needs is stillness. Lao Tzu taught that true wisdom comes from observation, not resistance. The moment a fearful thought appears, you don't have to believe it. The moment your mind tells you that you're not good enough, you don't have to accept it as truth. Thoughts are only visitors. Some stay for a few seconds, others for a few hours, but none of them define who you are unless you invite them to stay. Think about how many thoughts have passed through your mind during your lifetime. Thousands every single day. Some told you that you would fail, yet you succeeded. Others convinced you that happiness would never return, yet joy found you again. If so many of your thoughts have already been proven wrong, why continue believing every new one that appears? The greatest freedom begins when you stop treating every thought as a command. Instead, begin seeing them as passing leaves floating down a river. You can notice them without chasing them. You can learn from them without becoming them. Perhaps that is the quiet wisdom Lao Tzu wanted us to discover. Your mind will always create thoughts, just as the sky will always have clouds. But beneath every passing storm, the sky remains unchanged. In the same way, beneath every fear, every doubt, and every anxious thought, your true self has always been peaceful. The moment you stop believing every thought, you finally begin listening to the quiet wisdom that has been inside you all along. As we come to the end of this journey, remember one simple truth. You are not your thoughts. You are not every fear that enters your mind. You are not every doubt that whispers you're not enough. And you are not every painful memory that tries to pull you back into the past. Thoughts come and go, just like clouds passing across the sky. But the sky itself never changes. In the same way, beneath all the noise, your true nature has always been peaceful, calm, and whole. Lao Tzu reminds us that nature never struggles to be itself. The river doesn't question its direction. The wind doesn't argue with the trees. The sun doesn't seek permission to rise each morning. Everything flows according to its nature. Perhaps the reason we suffer is because we spend so much time fighting our own minds instead of simply observing them. The next time your mind fills with worry, pause for a moment. Don't chase the thought. Don't fight it. Simply notice it, let it pass, and gently return your attention to the present. The more you practice this, the weaker fear becomes and the stronger your inner peace grows. Real freedom isn't having a mind that never thinks. It's having a mind that no longer controls your life. Imagine waking up each morning without believing every anxious thought. Imagine making decisions from peace instead of fear. Imagine discovering that the quiet voice beneath all the mental noise has been guiding you all along. That is the wisdom Lao Tzu wanted us to remember, not to escape the mind, but to stop becoming trapped inside it. So before you leave today, ask yourself one simple question. If you are not your thoughts, then who are you? The answer to that question may be the beginning of the greatest journey of your life. If this video gave you a new perspective, please like this video, subscribe to The Hidden Path, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another journey into the timeless wisdom of Lao Tzu and Taoism. Share this video with someone who may be struggling with overthinking, anxiety, or self-doubt. One message can change someone's life. And I'd love to hear from you. Which part of this video resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Your thoughts may inspire someone else on their journey toward inner peace. Thank you for watching. Until next time, protect your peace, trust the quiet wisdom within, and remember, you are not the voice in your mind. You are the awareness that peacefully watches it.